I just got a Peragon cover for my 2023 Tacoma. This one is the LimitedHD, which has the matte finish and 5-year warranty on it. I just wanted to go over a few, I guess, negatives about this cover. I had watched a bunch of YouTube videos, and I don't know if they were just paid shills or what, but I think there's some definite drawbacks to this system that people should know about, and you really just don't know until you put it together and put it on here. One of the first that I noticed is that the system is, I think, kind of oddly designed in that you have to come over here and press down on this side to collapse it so that you can then come over here and push it in. Now that's not really that big of a deal, except for, wow, it's really tight right now, except for wherever you push, you're just gonna leave a oil mark over time from your hands, the dirt on your hands. And it's also kind of strange that it pushes down on this side, which I'm sure they engineered, but you know, I mean, obviously if you could push in the middle, it's a little bit easier, but they tell you to push right here. Another thing about this is, if you live in Texas, which I do, this cover is insanely hot. I mean, just ridiculously hot to touch for very long. Like, so that's about as long as I can leave my hand without it burning. And you don't have to leave your hand here for very long, but you're gonna be touching a skillet every time you try to push down on the cover. Another thing that I thought was kind of strange is, so when you get it collapsed and you push it in, you gotta tie it down, or else it just sits here and rattles like this. And the thing that they give you to tie it down is just this long strap that you have to, I guess, wrap around this thing and then tie it off in a knot to lock it in. I mean, you have to go around it a couple times and tie it in a knot for it to really hold it tight without it doing this while you're driving. One of the things that I thought was really strange on this design is these rails. Now, if you're someone that gets up in your bed, loads things off and on, sometimes wants to sit on the side, I mean, these things are, look, this is just pushing with my hand with very little pressure. And look, and it's also scalding right now. If you actually accidentally put weight on that thing, it would just distort it and bend it. Just really, really, really flimsy. And then this, I previously had a Backflip, and I should have got that again, but I figured I'd try something else. And the Backflip, I have young boys, they were able to get up on the Backflip no problem, stand on it, jump around on it. And these are 5 and 8-year-old boys. They were fine up there. This thing, I mean, this thing is, if any point pressure gets on this thing, it will just distort it and bend it. These panels are not capable of supporting a direct load like that. They say that it's capable of even distribution of 300 pounds across the surface area. Yeah, that might be so, but it just, to me, I wouldn't put any weight on it. And not like you're really supposed to on a cover, but sometimes things happen, and you know, when you have kids and whatnot, or if you're trying to set something on it, you never know. I never had any reservations with the backflip and it potentially bending in. One of the biggest drawbacks to this system that I saw is if you load anything in here, which I do, I'm constantly hauling sheets of plywood and sheets of sheetrock. The opening from side to side is just a little over 48 inches. So it's about from rubber gasket to rubber gasket. Let me get it right on. It's about 48 3/4 inches. Now the problem with that is that, you know, some of these boards are slightly oversized. And even so, if it's directly right on 48, that's really hard to fit that in there with the tailgate up. I usually have the tailgate up and it's sticking out the back, and then I put straps on it and wrench it down. Now with no accessibility on the sides to really get in there and strap it, it's really hard to strap it down. And then you have to worry about it going side to side because it's gonna chew up these rubber gaskets instantly. I mean, it's just sliding around, it's gonna chew that stuff up and then it's gonna be busted. Okay, here's one of the worst sort of negatives of this system. So look at the bed, dry, it's dry, everything's dry. Close it up. This long tail, which I don't like, but anyways, okay. Some water on it, like raining. Give it a second. And look at how much this thing leaks. Now my backflip leaked a little bit. Not bad. This is a lot. And this, I turned the water off, so it's just still leaking from what was on top. Imagine if it was just raining all night. And the last thing with the water that I didn't notice until I was just messing around with it, and is that if you got water standing on here and you have to access into the bed, it just dumps it. Just dumps it in there. Now, I've said this a couple times. I had a backflip before this. Backflip, it doesn't do that because it's continuously sealed from the end to or from the front to the back, and you can fold it up, and the water just sheets off the sides or sheets off forward. But it doesn't do that.